topic. Stephen A. Smith versus LeBron James. LeBron confronted Stephen at the game that night.
Yeah, you want to take this one first?
Yeah. I saw I saw Stephen A. Smith after whatever the competition. He went
Mm.
on this YouTube. He did it first on First Take, and I mean, obviously, they analyze the games, they analyze the league, they analyze everything around like football, like every sport for that sake, right?
Yeah.
And for them, it's all about rating. Like, you know how we talk about players, like sports, like it's all about stats, what you
Mm-hmm.
can do. For them, it's all about rating. And obviously, that little clip of him and LeBron, where you see how LeBron face changed, and him going talking about that is gonna boost the rating. So they have to talk about
I
it
agree.
anyway. Whether it was, how negative it was, they have to talk about it. For my takeaway from it, it just I don't think. I mean, it's easier to say, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we're not in LeBron's shoes. But for me, like
Bro,
I really
man,
saw,
forget all that political man talk. What? Say what you got on your chest.
because I saw that comedian. I forgot his name. He
Airy,
did a little.
Airy, Airy, Airy
Yeah,
Spears.
I kind of agree with where he was coming from. He was talking about in the beginning of LeBron career, a lot of people was coming out here. His mother kind of step in because you got that son mother like kind of whatever relationship
Relationship.
you want to be protective at first sight. You get what I'm saying? He told his mom to say her her behind down, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if Bronny would have tell the same to him, he couldn't. That would be hypocritical of him if he felt some type of way. You know what I'm saying? So Bronny is a girl. He's not a teenager anymore, is he?
No,
He's
Brown is like 19.
like 19, 20. So
Yeah.
and he's in the NBA. He got to be able to fight some of his own battles sometimes. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's like
Mm-hmm.
so. I feel like LeBron kind of like confronted Steven as a father. That's your first instinct to protect your child. But Bron is a grown man now. He can fight his own battles, right? You gotta let him grow. Because if you can fight him for him, now you're gonna feel like kind of that's okay. And for me, that's softness. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah. You
that's my
know,
thing.
um, I completely do not fucking agree. Uh, Because to me, I went through this, like, people, the thing about people, bro, they just think, people wait until shit go left and they're gonna
Mm-hmm.
be like, oh my God, like, we should do better and this and that, bro. Like, I understand people say, I got a job, bro. Okay, cool. Your job is to critique the game and things like that. But sometimes it can go too far. It can get personal with people.
Mm-hmm.
And the example Ari Spear gave, I don't think that's an equivalent to this situation. It's not. Fundamentally, it's not at all. He said if Bronny would have said this, Bronny said, no, it's not the same thing. This was in a playoff. It was a situation that happened when, like, LeBron got fouled and her mom got mad and things like that. He was like, yo, this is we're playing ball. This is like, you feel me?
Yeah.
So in this case, this wasn't about, like, that type of situation. It was Bronny playing some minutes in the NBA. And Bronny, my thing is, you're criticizing Bronny. If they okay, I would understand this. You're
Mm-hmm.
putting Brownie in. I said Brownie, Bronny. You putting Bronny in at, like, to play like 20 minutes ahead of, like,
Yeah.
Gabe Vincent, or ahead of
Mm-hmm.
who else? Who else is on that bench? It's this kid on
Bradley
that bench
Beal.
that was missing all the layups against the the Celtics. The guy with the mask. I forgot his name. If you was playing in front of him or things like that, okay, now you're doing too much, bro. Bronny, you know what? How many minutes Bronny play?
Garbage time. Like
One
two,
point
three,
four,
three.
one point
Yeah.
four minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to emphasize he's averaging 0.3, 0.4. It's like you're doing too much. Like, it's not about criticizing him anymore. It's just not, you're just trying to get a soundbite. That's what I said. How you putting up somebody? When the last time they ever put up anybody's stats that was playing 1.4 minutes? Tell me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's one. Two, he said, oh, this ain't about basketball no more. This is about LeBron as a father. Is that basketball?
No. Yeah.
So why the fuck you question his father? Who you nigga? Come on, bro. Stop it, bro. And if Stephen A. Smith go on TV and say Bronny is not fit for the NBA, Bronny shouldn't be in the NBA. Bronny only got into the NBA because his father Paul. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that. You're trying to focus in on. It's like, it's not criticizing no more. You're just trying to poke.
Yeah.
Because
Because
if you talk
he
about
was
Bronny, you
saying
talking
yeah.
about Bron. Like, now you're talking about, not you're talking about Bron, but when you talk about Bronny, you're gonna get Bron attention some way, somehow. if you're doing your job and not personalizing it, I'm cool with that. He said, I have to talk in a slow tone. Brian is averaging 0.3. Bro, they're blowing the team out. People are gonna, how many garbage time benches people that never get in the game play. That's for them.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
what the hell?
I didn't see Bronny in any game where it was close.
And he was in.
That yeah, I never saw Bronny play
Except
those things. And plus, like those stats for me, those stats don't like it don't show like bro, he's getting in, he playing 1 minute,
1 minute.
1 minute. Like what are you talking about,
So it's
bro?
like, and the thing about it is like, critique him. He doesn't belong in the NBA. I have no problem with that. He's not a good player. I have no problem with that. That's your opinion. Critique it. That's fine. This not and this how I know it's personal. Like you're making it personal. At least Bron taking it like that. I have to talk in a slow tone. Nigga, you think you're talking to a fucking child?
Yeah,
So to me, it's like it's crazy. People are gonna defend it, nigga. People hate Bron so much, bro. But I would give LeBron some criticism though. The way he should never approach Stephen A. Smith. He should never have done it in front of everybody. Like Stephen A. Smith said, he got his number, but LeBron probably don't fuck with you, so maybe that's why he did it that way. But
and plus, it's like you doing it publicly. Why do I have to go do it in the what I'm
that's
saying?
true
So
too on LeBron's side. But that's Stephen A. Smith's job. He's a public figure. LeBron's a public figure. So okay, but I feel like it depends how LeBron react. But you could call him and said, "Yo, I don't like this," and one. Then if he goes and repeat it, then you can approach him wherever he's at.
I ain't gonna lie, Stephen A. Smith been called like lying a lot of times. Remember the thing he said about Jalen Brown? Said
Yeah,
that people told him that he's not marketable.
yeah,
Somebody he said like somebody close. I
yeah.
thought that was
Source.
lying,
You
bro.
think he
Nobody
lying?
told him that. Nobody told him that,
Maybe,
bro.
maybe. I don't think he's a liar. I don't think Stephen Smith is a liar. I
I
don't know.
think he lied a couple of times, bro.
I don't know if he lies. I think he got credible sources. I think sometimes it's just a critique, and
I think that one was capped though. I don't think nobody
maybe.
told him that.
Hey,
He just wanted to
you
say
you
that.
could be right. You could be right. Sometimes people will say something and say, "Yo, it's a credible source," just to get it off. But that's a
Yeah.
good point, though. That's a good point. But I think Stephen A. Smith is like a credible, like he has credible source. I think he's credible himself.
Mhm.
In this case, I just think like his critique went a little too far. Um, Again, people, because he said that wasn't LeBron approaching me as a basketball player. That was a father that was approaching me. So if he's saying that was a father approaching him,
So
I understand that. It's like, bro, it's just people, everybody hating LeBron soft. LeBron will punch y'all niggas dead in y'all face and y'all won't do shit.
you saw academic, bro.
What do you say?
I sent it in the group chat, bro. We talk about. He said Stephen A. should have called LeBron a B word. Like he said, like I'm like, bro, LeBron will beat the dog out of you,
Like,
bro. Like,
bro, people be talking, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see
he said if
what?
that was him, he would have called LeBron. I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, because obviously if LeBron punch you, you can sue him. But obviously, if you say, "Yo, fight LeBron," that nigga beat the dog. He'll dunk your bitch ass. So let's just keep it the way it is. But it's so much hate, bro. Like, you know what I understand, bro? Like when you go in the comments, bro, people got nothing going on in their life just to
that's how
hate.
you know.
Like a
That's how
nigga,
you
like
know.
like the money, big hater. That nigga, he be, I'm joking. No, you're not fucking joking. You a hater. You hate. Like, bro, when the last time you ever heard us here saying Messi ain't like that, Messi ain't like this, Messi soft, or Kobe ain't like this? Bro, we give everybody their props. The nigga don't even watch basketball. Talking about he's a 50K points, he's a stat marching. Shut
But
up.
he said when there's one thing he said in the group chat the other day. He said he got 58 point for nothing to show for. I wanted to like
He don't know basketball.
nothing to show for.
He don't know basketball. He's just talking. He don't know basketball. He don't know what a travel is. He don't know what a carry is. He don't know what a triple threat is. He doesn't none of that. He don't know what a pivot foot is. He don't know what what foot to go off of to go make a left layup. He doesn't know what foot to go off of to make a right layup. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't know how to shoot. He doesn't know how to flick his wrist. He don't know nothing. So stop talking. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them in the chat like that, right? Like Damani, right? That don't know nothing about nothing, just hating. He just saying that. And you gonna ask me, is that true that such and such did this, did that? So why are you even critiquing? Why are you even critiquing, bro? You act like getting 50K, man. It's cool, bro. Let's move on for the hater. But what's your takeaway from this, and we can move on to the next topic.
My takeaway is, Stephen A. Smith. Sometimes don't get personal, bro. Like your job is to critique the game, and that's what you're supposed to do. And also LeBron, pulling up on a man like that, that's kind of, every man has an ego.
Yeah,
Sometimes, like what you say, you could have called him if he has number, or you could have get through your agent. Your agent
yeah.
know because he sat down with Stephen A. Smith before.
No, that's
So,
true. And I would say this, um, to everybody point like, yeah, Brian, you doing that, you're Brian. It's gonna get a lot of attention, and I think you shouldn't have approached him. And I think, Bronny is grown, right? I think as a father, you still learn to like, you gotta learn how to like separate your feelings sometimes away
mhm.
from your son and let him be a grown man. But in this case, I totally understand why he took that approach. And Brian have said some things in the past. Bronny is better than most of these people in the league, and this and that. And he's a public figure, so he's gonna take those criticism. But it's fine. I think with Stephen A. Smith, it was a little bit more personal with him, whatever the case may be. But hey, Stephen A. Smith still got to do his job. But I'm glad they got that out the way and things like
But the
that.
thing is, right? You gotta look at it. Stephen A. Smith is not the only one, getting personal with
Yeah,
Bronny, right?
Perkins
But the
too,
thing is,
right?
Stephen A. being the number one artist, like, he's like everybody. He's the one that everybody listens to. So
Yeah,
sometimes that could be
I
affected a
think
little
the
bit,
father
and
comment that he
yeah.
made. I think the father comment that he made it do it. But yeah, but we move on. Stephen A. is great at what he do. LeBron is great at what he's do, and Bronny is not so great in the NBA, but he's doing good in the G League. So we can move on.